Thank you very much, Mark, and thanks for giving me a chance to come by and visit with some great folks. And I want to tell this group, this larger group, some of you just had to come across the river, I know, but we always appreciate quality folks like you coming to the Devil's City to help us do the Lord's work. So we really appreciate you being here today, and as I say, I particularly appreciate a chance to have an opportunity to visit with you for this reason. Our country's in trouble. Our country's in big trouble. I've been here, this is my 17th year in Congress, and some of my good friends are here. Bobby Scott, Frank Wolf, Bob Goodlad, who I served with in the House. These great Americans will tell you that we have got real problems in Washington today. And if we don't get our arms around these problems in a hurry, this problem of the debt and the deficit, then this generation of Americans is going to be the first generation to leave America worse off than the America that we inherited. That's how serious the problem is. I was in an Armed Services meeting this morning, or hearing this morning. We were talking about Afghanistan, but the focus of the hearing from Secretary Panetta as well as Admiral Mullen, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, was the budget, and how they understand that they're going to have to make some real sacrifices at the Pentagon. And I quote Admiral Mullen often because he made a very poignant statement well over a year ago that the number one national security interest facing the United States of America is not Al-Qaeda, it's our debt. And he said that over and over again, and he's right. And the reason he has made that statement is that if we don't get our arms around this debt, then we're going to have more and more of our resources pulled away from spending it on the things that our Constitution says we ought to spend it on, like defending and protecting Americans. So it's imperative that we do get our arms around it. And I would just have to say that I've had no experience in either the U.S. House or the United States Senate like I've had over the past year and a half now working with your junior Senator, Mark Warner. Mark, I made a mistake early on, and some of y'all are going to appreciate this more than others. I made a mistake early on of giving him my cell phone number. And my wife now laughs when the phone rings because she can tell by my reaction who's calling. And he accuses me of intentionally punching it to voicemail when I see an unknown number come up. I don't really, but Mark and I became fast friends after he got elected, and we became friends because we had mutual friends in Atlanta. Mark got his start in business in Atlanta, and they said, you probably ought to get to know this guy, you'll have a lot in common, and sure enough we did. We had no idea we were going to progress to the point we are today with respect to the Gang of Six. It's now the Gang of 38 and growing. But that is an indication of the kind of leadership that Mark Warner is providing in the United States Senate. We're both taking arrows, and we're taking them from opposite sides, and that in and of itself tells you that we're doing something right. But we are fast getting to a point, folks, where the window of opportunity we have to deal with this issue is closing. We had another indication yesterday of how fast that window is closing and how serious this issue is, and that's the downgrading by Moody's of the long-term obligations of Bank of America and Wells Fargo and the short-term obligations of Citigroup. I was in with a group of the rating agencies this morning, Moody's, Fitch, and S&P. And I asked them, I said, is the fact that you did that yesterday to the Moody's representative, is that an indication of the health of the banking system in America? And he said, yes. That's a further indication that this window is closing. And Mark has been such a champion and such a energetic individual when it comes to doing what's right for America that I am truly proud to have had the opportunity to work with him over the last year. And we've already made a difference. There are folks on this committee of 12 that are paying attention. We've done the homework, and they can't do in 90 days what it took us a little over a year to do. They can't do what Bowles Simpson did in a short time. They can't do what Rivlin Domenici did in a short period of time. So Mark is making a difference in that respect. I've been proud to be his partner, and I'm very proud to be his friend. Thank you all for being here, and I look forward to seeing you again soon, I hope. Thank you.